Hello, my name is Glenn Verselmo, National Account Manager here at Premier Virtual. Today, I'll be instructing you on your host account. When you sign into your host account for the very first time, you will see here that everything will be empty. As we go through this training today, we will start to fill in an event as we go along. You'll notice on the left-hand side will be your menu choices. Right now, we don't have anything in there, but you will see your dashboard, organizations, attendees, events, training, and reports. If I go down just a little further, you're going to see the settings. Here, you're going to find my organization, my profile, and notifications. So under the settings, you're going to start here in the profile. You will be setting up your individual profile. Now, even though you will have other users assigned to your account, this will be setting up your profile so that when you operate in your booth, that you'll have your information in there. When I click into my profile, you'll see here that there's not much to add, but there's a general and quick replies. So under the general, we'll go here to edit profile. And then here is where I can come in and put in my job title if I choose to. I can add my custom headshot. So right in here is where I'll be putting in my headshot. Okay, right down below is address and phone number, and address and phone number is optional. You'll also see here password. If you ever need to change your password, just click on the edit password, and then you can enter in your new password. So we're going to save the changes here. Oops. And then what we'll do next is we'll go over to do those quick replies. So the quick replies, these are going to be responses that will be a one touch of a button, and the message will send to your candidate when you're in your recruiter booth. These quick replies will save you a lot of time on your typing on the day of the event. Anything that you feel that you will be typing over and over, feel free to put them here into your quick replies, and these will be available in your recruiter booth. Click on New Message, and then type your reply. You'll be able to add as many quick replies as you would like. And then once you're done with your quick replies and your general tab, then your profile is set up. Once again, this is going to be your profile to operate in your booth. Now, the next step is going to be my organization. So in my organization, we give you one booth attached to your admin license. This booth can be built out and put into your own events. So you'll see here that there's 4 tabs across the top. We have our general, users, offers, and booths. Through these tabs, we'll be setting up our users that will operate in our booth with us. And then we'll be setting up the booth in the other 3 tabs. When I come up here to hit Edit Organization, this will take me through my general information. As you can see, my profile already has the name of my organization and my email. You'll notice down here the About Organization. This is going to be a tab that will be on your booth to tell the job seekers about your organization. Once you have your About Us in, then the next thing would be is your logo. Click the change, and as you can see, the ideal image size for your logo would be 500 by 250. And then we're gonna just come in and we'll put in a logo for your booth. So the logos here, you'll notice that I had that zoom option, so I can zoom in and zoom out to make that image fit the way that I want to. My About Us is done. My address, once again, is optional. And then the next section is going to be your links. So these will be links that will be able to be put onto your booth, and these are going to be your website and all of your social media. I'm just going to be putting in a fake link for now, just for today's purposes. But here you can put in your website, all of your social media. And then once you get to the bottom, just save your changes. So at this point, our general tab is now complete. Our booth is already underway. Next, we're going to move over to users. So you can add as many users to your account as you would like. You'll click up here to edit user, and then you'll put in your team member's name. The job title, they can put that in when they sign in to fix their profile. They can upload their avatar. The only thing that you'll need to do is to set their role and create their password. You'll see here under the role that there is an administrator, an editor, and a representative. Now, your administrator can do everything to your booth and your events. They can create events. They can add more users, and they can operate in your booth and create any changes to your booth. Now, your editor can make edits to your event as well as edits to your booth, and they can operate as a recruiter in your booth. And then a representative is going to be strictly a view only. They will be able to operate in your booth and speak with candidates, but they are not able to make any changes. I'm going to select representative, and then you'll see here that you have two choices where you can either set their password or we can send them an email with a link to create their own password. I like to set the password, so I'm going to click manual password, and then I'm going to set the password for my team member. Save my change. And then as you can see, I have my team member is now added as a representative under my account. If you had more members to add, just go back to add user and you can continue to add those. Next, we move over to offers. When you click on offers, you will see job fair and trade show. Trade show is still in development and this will be a future enhancement. So we're going to look at job fair. But when we are at a job fair, what we're offering is jobs. So what this is going to take us to is the job vacancies. Right down here is add new job. And I can come in and add the job that I have available. So I'm going to do the job name, the location, the number of positions that I have, and then the estimated salary is going to be optional. And it does leave some space in here for additional text in case you had any sign-on bonuses or things like plus commissions or anything like that. Once I have this information in, I'm going to press continue, and now I get to put in my job description. Press continue, and now I get to review my job posting. Everything looks good, so I'm going to complete. This will take me right back to job vacancies because it doesn't know if I have more to add. For today's purposes, I do not. I will move on to the last step of my booth build out, which is going to be selecting my booth design and adding my custom links. Once again, I select booths and job fair. And then right here, you're going to see where you have the opportunity to add 3 what we call custom links to your booth. What you're going to do under these custom links is you're going to title the tab that will be on your booth on the left with a 15-character maximum. And then when they click on that tab, what link do you want them to go to? These links will hold websites as well as videos. So if there's anything that you want to showcase about your organization, maybe it's your culture, maybe it's your benefits package, or maybe it's your locations. Once you have your 3 custom links in, then you get to pick your booth design. We currently have 19 different booth designs to pick from. You get to pick your booth, and then you'll see here under avatar that each booth has roughly 3 to 5 different avatars that you get to pick from. The color option, this will be for future enhancements. Right now, the booths that we have do not have a color choice. Once you've picked your booth design, just hit the Save Changes. And then at that point, your organization is complete. So at this point, we're going to move up. We are ready now to build an event. I'm going to come in here to the Event tab. You'll notice in the top right corner, I have my Add Event button. And then this is going to walk us through a 3-step process to build out our event. Step number 1 is going to be the main, which you can see here. What we'll be doing here is naming our event, giving it a date and time, putting our event banner in, as well as our attendee registration questions. Okay, so I've got the name of my event in. You'll see here the event banner. This banner image is going to have a very nice presence throughout your event. This is your chance to have a little spotlight. Remember that this is going to go inside the event, so dates and times aren't really necessary. But if you also are doing something in conjunction or partnership with another organization, you can share that space or that spotlight in the image that you upload. When I hit the change, this is going to take me to my files, and then I can come in and I can select which one I want to use. You'll notice that this image actually fits perfectly fine, but it does have that zoom out and zoom in capability in case you need it. If you zoom out and you see that white space around the edge, you can also choose the background color, and then you can come in and you can pick a border to go around your image. I'm going to move over to the right side and I'm going to start looking at my dates and times. I have my time zone selected. I'm going to come down here to live time. This is going to be the actual date and time of my event. So for this one, I'm just going to go put a date. So this will be August 18th. We're going to do this from 2 p.m. And then the end time is once again, August 18th. And we're going to end at 6 p.m. Now you will notice that we have early access and late access. These options are for your event to open early for your attendees. This will allow them to go into your event, view the companies that are in the event, post their resume to job openings, and take a look around so that they have a game plan for event day. This is not necessary, you don't have to use this, but it is there as an option. If you click on the box here, you can then set the time that you want your event to open. I'm going to open this event 1 day early, and then I'm going to have the late access as 1 day later. The late access may allow people that have a job that cannot attend in these hours to still have access and apply to positions. Right below that, you're going to see resume. Is the resume going to be a mandatory part of your registration process? If you have the check mark that it is mandatory, then your job seekers or your attendees must upload a resume in order to complete the registration process. Your restricted access for organizations is a new feature we added. And what this will do is when you check off this box, it will restrict access for organizations registering for your event. If you've reached a point where there are too many organizations and you want to cut off the registration, select the restricted access, and this will put your organizations in a pending list. You as the host will need to approve their application before they can attend the event. If you were to reject them, we will not be able to get them back into the event, but this option is there for you to cut off your registrations. So the last piece of step one is going to be to add our attendee questions. So you will see here, add question. When I click add question, my question box opens up, my question mode opens up, and my answers. You can add up to 12 job seeker or attendee registration questions to your event. And you'll see here that there's going to be 4 modes of questions that you can ask. You can ask a single answer question, multi-answer question, text input, and yes, no. So for my first one, I'm going to do a single answer. So I'm going to ask, are you in northern or southern Arizona? My answers are then going to be northern and southern. I have selected single answer, which means that the attendee can only pick one option. I'm going to go to add question 2. What is your work level experience? Now you'll see here that I have 2 answer boxes, but I really want to have 4 answers. So I'm going to click the add answer, and that opens up 2 additional boxes. I've selected this as a multi-answer, which means that they can pick multiple. I'm going to add one more question here. This is going to be, what is your zip code? And this will be a text input requiring them to give a text response. So at this point, I've named my event. I have my dates and times, early and late access. I've selected that the resume is going to be mandatory, and I put in my job seeker registration questions and my event banner. At this point, I'm going to save my changes, and this will move me to step 2 of my event build out, which is going to be building my registration pages. For every event that you do create, you're going to be creating 2 unique registration pages, one for your attendees and one for your organizations. So the description for attendees, this is going to be like your welcome message on your registration page. This could be something like what to expect, thank you for attending. Maybe you want to thank some of your sponsors, but this is going to be on the registration page and a welcome message to your attendees. I'm just going to fill some data in here just so we can build something out. Okay, so I've got my description for my attendees, welcoming them to the event. And then right below that, you're going to see YouTube videos for attendees. We allow you to add up to 10 YouTube videos to your registration page if you choose to. When you click on Add Video, on the left side, you're going to give your video a title. and then you're going to put your YouTube video link on the right. We only accept YouTube videos for these registration pages. And now I have my link in. So next I move on to my description for my organizations. So once again, now my messaging is to the companies that are registering for my event. Then you'll have your YouTube videos for your organizations. And then you'll be moving up to the top section here, which is going to be adding your registration page graphic image. This graphic image is what I usually call the title page of your event. It's going to be the first thing that your attendees and your company see. So a nice presentation will really help. You do have the size right here, which is going to be an 800 by 800 pixel image, and they must be JPEGs or PNGs. Click right down here into the change button. This will take you to your files, and then you can pick which file that you want to use for your event. Now this here, you'll see fits nicely, but it does also have that ability to zoom out and to throw that border around if you choose to. Okay, so I've uploaded my graphic image for my registration page. I've got my description for my attendees in their YouTube video, my description for my organizations in the YouTube video. And then this will be a future enhancement for marketing settings, but this is not set up yet. And then I'm going to save my change. And that will move me to the last step of my event build out, which is going to be managing my categories. When you build out an event, you have two choices. One is when your candidates enter into the lobby, that they will just be entering in and seeing all of the companies displayed. The other option that you have is to set up categories that those companies can fall under. When you have larger events, sometimes it's nice to organize those by maybe either regions or occupation titles or resources. So here you'll see the lobby. I'm going to slide over here to the plus sign, and I'm going to start to build out my categories. I'm going to put in my category name, and I'm going to first separate these out by regions. You'll notice here that there is an image size and an area to upload an image. That is if you did not want to use our plain white box with the black lettering that would say Northern Arizona, you could actually create a logo that said Northern Arizona. For today's purposes, I'm not going to upload that image, and I'm just going to submit my first category. So you can see here that Northern Arizona is now added. I'm going to come back up to the lobby, and now I'm going to go add Southern Arizona. So I have my two regions set up, but now I want to go into these regions and put some occupation titles in. So in Northern Arizona, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to add a few. Sales. Retail. And logistics. I'm going to go down to Southern Arizona and I'm going to do the same thing. So now you can see that I have Northern Arizona, and then I have my categories below that with my occupation titles, and then the same down here with Southern. Now, let's just say through your registration process, you find that most of your organizations really ended up in Southern Arizona, and you really wish you would put Southern Arizona in that first position. Well, you can come right over here to your arrow and then just click up. And as you can see, Southern Arizona moved to that first space, Northern Arizona came down to the second space. The other thing that you can see here is that in Northern Arizona, let's just say through your registration process, that a lot of your companies ended up in your sales category, but not many ended up in retail. So what we can do is always delete that retail. And then when you delete that category, it's going to ask you, where do you want to take all of the organizations that are registered in retail? I want to move them to Northern Arizona sales. So you can see that all of the organizations will transfer to sales. I'm going to delete that retail, and those companies will end up in sales. Now, once all your categories are built out, you'll see here that you have go to event dashboard or publish the event. Now, going to the event dashboard is just going to take this event and store it on your dashboard until you're ready to use it. By publishing the event, what this will do is create your registration links. I'm going to publish my event. It's going to ask me, am I sure? Yes. And then this is going to take me right to my dashboard. You can see now when we first started out, we had nothing over here on the side. And now in your dashboard, you can see that you have your latest posted event. The dashboard will always show you your latest 4 posted events. Anything that you need to do in this event, come to your dashboard, click on Manage Event, and that will take you into your dashboard so that you can manage. So let's take a look at the components of your dashboard. You're going to notice that I'm on the details section here. And then right above, you're going to notice a button that says Live Stats. When I click Live Stats, all of the numbers here will update. So when event day is happening, you'll be able to select that Live Stats, and all of these fields will update. So you'll be able to see in real time what is going on in your event. If you ever need to get back into your event to make any edits, maybe you need to go add a video to a registration page, or maybe you need to go add an attendee registration question. Anything that you need to do, just click Edit Event, and that's going to take us right back to those 3 steps that we took to build out our event. You'll see here the lobby. You as an event host can enter into your own lobby right through your admin account. If you click Go to Lobby, this will take you inside your event. Here you'll be able to operate just as an attendee would. You'll be able to go and look to make sure things look right. You'll be able to visit booths on the event day. You'll see your event banner up here at the top. Here's the categories that we just created. And the next click, if I was to click into one of these categories, would take me to a booth. So back over here on your dashboard, you'll also see your registration page. So here you can come in to take a look at your registration pages. We're going to take a look at the attendee first. And as you can see, all the information that we entered is now here on the registration page. Our graphic image is here on the left. Our description is here in the middle. We have our schedule on the far right. And then we have our event video down below. Same thing on your organization. Registration page is complete. So back over here on the dashboard, there's one other button I wanted to share with you, and that's the share button. The share button is going to give you the opportunity to copy your registration links for distribution. Now you have two options as far as your registration links. You have the combined link, and what that would be is it's going to give your attendees and organizations the option to pick who they are and which page they need to register on. Now, if you have concerns that your attendees may confuse themselves for an organization, you can send out unique attendee links and unique organization links. What you're looking at here is the combination. So if I was to hit the share button and I wanted to take my attendee link, I click on it and you can see that the link is copied to my clipboard. I can then go put that link into my invites to send out to my attendees. You'll notice here that you have your organizations. This will list every organization that is registered to your event. Same for attendees. And then here is where you're going to get your event reporting. Your event reporting, you have your event summary report, your job posting report, job seeker detail report, and your resume request. For any event report you want to pull, just select the report, select generate, and that report will generate for download over here on the right side. All right, so I think we have covered everything here. We've taken a look at your how to build your profile, how to build your organization, how to build out an event. We took a look at your dashboard. And just to point out too, that you will always have training available to you in your training tab. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this training, and we wish you the best on your events.